Grace. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Washington, D.C. in America, and I've been teaching in China for a year.
So can you tell us a bit how you first got into English teaching?
I found a recruiting company while I was back at home that did like kind of 5-month internship teaching program, so I thought that was a perfect way to get started teaching since I had never done it before. And then I got placed at this school, thankfully, and decided to stay once my 5 months were over because I really enjoyed teaching here.
Okay, great. What advice do you have for people about the recruitment and interview process when looking for jobs teaching in China?
I guess just say, keep an open mind. You might think that something is a certain thing that you want at a school, but then you get to, any school will have its pros and cons. But you'll find out that the kids are wonderful, and any kind of school, even if maybe it wasn't your first choice, will still be great. I didn't go through too rigorous of an interview process, but just be yourself, because that's really important for what the kids are going to see. You want to be fun and energetic, so that the kids really like you.
Okay. You are teaching in Nanhai at the moment. Can you tell us about your impressions of the city? What do you like most about living there?
I really like Nanhai because it's a big city, but it's not quite as big as some of the other cities in China, which can be overwhelming sometimes. But we have Guangzhou so close by when you really want a big city or when you want some good Western food. And then also Hong Kong and Shenzhen and a couple other major cities are nearby. And then Nanhai is a really nice kind of community of foreigners, mostly foreign teachers. So it's really nice to get to know other foreigners, but it's not too overwhelming of an experience.
What do you like most about teaching English?
I really like teaching English, especially to younger kids, because when they finally get it, it's so exciting, and when your kids are finally comfortable to come and talk to you in English. I do speak Chinese, so a lot of the kids can speak to me in Chinese, but it's so exciting when they choose to forgo that and really come and speak English to me, and I've just seen so much progress over my kids over the past year, and it's been so rewarding.
Well done. Can you tell us about your favorite class at the moment?
My favorite class, I teach one class. It's 23 gorgeous little 4-year-olds. They're absolutely adorable. I've been teaching them for about 8 months. So I taught a lot of other classes around the school, and they're all equally wonderful. But my kids are just great. They laugh, but they're then good in class, and they just have so much fun, and I just really like hanging out with them. They're great.
Please talk us through a typical day teaching English in China.
So at our school, we are with our kids when we're kind of outside waiting for all the kids to join us. We play some games, and that's a really fun way for them to use some English, but in a more kind of outdoor setting. We then take them in for breakfast, and then I have one lesson, about 25 minutes, and then we go outside and we do some more kind of outside fun play. And then I teach 2 more lessons, 2 more 25-minute lessons before helping them get breakfast. And then I'm off from 11:30 to 2:30. It's just great, go home, take a rest, or it's really hot here, so it's nice to take a little break. And then in the afternoons, you've got plenty of prep time to get all your materials ready. And then I go to see my kids again from 4 to 5. There's no real structure there. It's just time to kind of play with the kids. You can play some games, go outside, have them read books, anything to kind of keep them entertained.
What are the teaching resources like there?
We've got a lot of great teaching resources. We get a book every month that kind of highlights what topics the school would like us to cover with our kids, which is really clearly laid out. And then we just have kind of a massive trove of files on our computers that we can use, and you can go on the internet and get anything else that you want to use. I like to make a lot of my own stuff for my kids, and that's super easy to do.
How many teachers are there in your school?
I think there's about 25 at the moment, so about 1 for every class. So that's a definite benefit to our school, is having a lot of foreign teachers. They're all my best friends, and it's just nice to have them around to speak English with sometimes.
China is full of surprises and unexpected adventures. Tell us about one adventure that you've had recently.
I've spent a lot of time in China over my life, so nothing really phases me too much anymore, but I guess one of my favorite things to do that always brings some good adventures and some surprises is taking overnight trains in China. I've always had some really great experiences meeting Chinese people. They'll like hand you your baby, they'll give you food. It's just always really funny. You kind of never know what's going to happen.
Thank you, Grace.
You're welcome.